together our strengths so that we think opposite.
Yeah.
So very good balance. I tend to be more of the networker, more of the idea visionary type person, and Savannah is the one who is going to work out all the details to get it done correctly. So she is the busy beaver, as we say, and I'm kind of the otter, kind of having fun. Big disc profile people over here.
So I'm Chris with Cherokee Auto here in Knoxville, and I'm here with Jordan Lamb with Flourish Flowers. And we've been talking about Jordan's business here, talking about her Google business profile and her 3 locations. And so we're going to get into some details about how her business operates here. And so do you spend time here in Fountain City?
Yeah, I'm actually local to Fountain City, so live very close to our first location at Cultivate. And yeah, I love the Fountain City area.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You ever spend any time at the duck pond?
I don't, but we are so close we could walk.
Yeah.
I have hit Litton's up a couple times.
Oh.
Louis, hit those up for lunch a couple times. But
what do you order from Litton's?
oh, just a classic burger.
Okay, you just get the burger.
Yeah, chicken sandwich, anything.
We, as we started our business grew, and so we started celebrating every time we would win. Of course, in the very beginning, a win means something different than it means a year later. But one time we sold a really, really nice house that we had been working on, and we sold like 4 cars that week. And so we went to Taco Bell and had lunch. Then we went to Litton's and we all ordered our desserts that we wanted.
Nice.
And we just sat there and I had the red velvet cake.
So good.
Yeah. And I think they invented it here.
Did they?
Yeah, the red velvet cake.
I did not know that.
Now, you can fact check me.
Yeah, wait, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I want to say the red velvet cake was invented here, so yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
so
it's
good.
Real tempting driving by there every day.
My favorite food in the world my entire life has been a hot dog.
Really?
Love a hot dog.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have a really nice hot dog. Now, I don't eat them very often anymore because of my dietary.
Yeah.
I changed my dietary intake requirements, but to try to be healthier,
Yeah.
to not eat hot dogs, but so again, I'm Chris with Cherokee Auto Sales, and we're going out into the community and meeting and promoting local businesses and just trying to help them understand their business processes better to increase their sales and their profit. And so I've given Jordan some advice on her Google business profile. You actually have 3 locations, and so you have 3 Google business profiles.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of stuff to keep track of.
It's a lot to manage, yes.
So we're going to go over the 3 locations now so you can find her easily. So in this location, you can come get flowers or you can get coffee. You got 2 businesses out of this location.
Yeah, 2 businesses, 1. So we are Flourish in here, but we're partnered with Likewise Coffee. They have their own nonprofit in here, so they run all of the coffee and they roast their own coffee beans and everything, and it's great. Nice combo, very good smelling combo in this building.
Yeah, it
for
smells
sure.
great in here. And then your second location is at 7685 South North Shore Drive, which is located...
Yeah, so right in Rocky Hill area. We've been there about 5 months now. Our flower trucks live inside of this building. So big building, big 4 garage bays, and both trucks live inside of there. And we are right next to Richie Cream, actually share the same parking lot and kind of close to Stramble Jake's, but happy to be in the Rocky Hill area too.
So you can get there coming from the Pellissippi area down North Shore. You can come in from...
North Shore and by Lakeshore Park. You can come in off Morel from the mall area. Yeah, lots of ways to get over there.
Yeah, right behind the West Town Mall, you can come down Morel and go all the way to North Shore. If you keep going, you're going to end up at a Duncan's boat dock. Down that way.
Yeah, don't pass the Richie Cream. Just right in the same parking lot, though, right next to each other.
That's really neat. And then your third location is?
Yeah, we're actually inside of Kern's Food Hall. So they renovated the 100-year-old Kern's Bakery building in South Knox. So right when you cross the bridge, right when you cross the river on your left-hand side going south is the Kern's Food Hall. We're right inside that main entrance. Very similar setup to our other shops too, with the flower bar right when you walk in.
Yeah. And the fourth way you can get flowers delivered to your house, or you can order flowers for your wedding, is to go to their website. And their website is going to be the easiest way to order flowers. and to, give you
so,
guys a call.
Yeah, our website is flourishflowersknox.com, which we'll talk about later, but we do full service weddings, events, anything big or small, whether it's baby showers, any celebration of any kind, and then also just your daily deliveries, Monday through Friday. So celebrating something on a Wednesday, we are here for you.
And then you can give them a call and actually talk to a live person. 865-284-4644. You can actually text or call that number. And I think you said you do flower delivery by 11 a.m., same day delivery.
Yeah, so we take same day orders up until 11 a.m. Monday through Friday. So if you remember someone's birthday in the morning, remember something to celebrate, we are happy to deliver same day.
And what does it cost? Like low end, high end? Well, you can obviously spend thousands.
Yeah. So our wrapped bouquets, which is what people know us best for, is our brown paper wrapped bouquets. Those start at $45 and then go all the way up to about $150. We also have vase arrangements starting at $75, going up to about $250. So do a lot of custom orders too. If you have something specific in mind, we're happy to customize something for you as well. As far as delivery fees go, we base that on zip code from our Rocky Hill shop. So deliver all the way to Lenore City, to deep parts of Halls, some Oak Ridge, Maryville.
Wow, that's
pretty big radius. Roughly 30 miles-ish from our shop, but all based on zip code for the fee.
How did you and your business partner get started? Just kind of tell us the story about how you guys met and then how things started.
Yeah, the story of Flourish is, so Savannah actually was a nurse and just was kind of looking for something else, a different outlet, something that kind of brought some more joy to people. I think being a nurse was, a very draining thing,
I do.
I think it's a very heavy thing, kind of coming home every day and not having that joy that you can bring people naturally. And so she kind of looked into some other options and kind of stumbled upon a flower truck and realized, hey, I could actually do this too as kind of a side thing, and found a truck pretty fast and threw some flowers on the truck for Valentine's Day 2018, went to K-Brew down Broadway real close to here and just did it, and it was awesome, and realized she could actually make a business out of this. A couple years down the road, and I moved to Knoxville. So originally from Southern California, and my husband is from a small town called Cookeville, Tennessee, and we had moved out there and tried to end up at Knoxville. So I moved to Knoxville and kind of stumbled upon Flourish and just applied as a part-time employee, honestly, and was here just, working a couple days a week. And after 2 weeks later, was asked if I would work full-time, and about 2 months into working here, Savannah asked if I wanted to come on as her co-owner, which is a huge honor. So we have been co-owners for going on 3 years now, which is crazy. Yeah. So it's been awesome though. We have a very good balanced partnership and truly just have the same beliefs overall, and I think it really shows.
It sounds like you guys are both really strong people. You have different aspects that you have strengths in. So what is your strength and what is her strength?
Yeah, I think together our strengths are that we think opposite. So very good balance. I tend to be more of the networker, more of the idea visionary type person, and Savannah is the one who is going to work out all the details to get it done correctly. So she is the busy beaver, as we say, and I'm kind of the otter, kind of having fun. Big disc profile people over here, so we just recently did some personality assessments with our staff and kind of shows each other's strengths on how to communicate better. So I think the balance is important, and I think it shows.
I think so too. How big is your staff?
Yeah, so we always kind of flirt around 12 people. So right now we have 13 on staff. Just recently hired a marketing and admin assistant, which is something very new position for us. So someone that kind of take on a lot of the tasks that Savannah and I do, and it's been great.
Right. So I mentioned a book, and I sent you a link to it. Text you a link to it called The E-Myth, and so. The E-Myth talks about the three people who you are in the business. It talks about the entrepreneur, which is the person who actually just in a flash started the business. It talks about the technician that's who she was for the first 2 years. She was putting the flowers together, ordering them. I'm not sure. Well, I guess she bought the bus or the little van. She went down to K-Brew. She would have to set up scheduling. So the technician, and then the manager shows up one day. And the manager is the person who manages.
Yeah.
And so as a technician, you're not really taught. I think you've heard this story a lot in the restaurant business, is you don't really know a whole lot about your business, what it is to run a business. You just know that you like the food that you make and people love it. And so a lot of times there's special training that has to happen there. And like you said, there's a lot of self-taught stuff, you have to go through, and you have to say, I only have so many hours in the day, and I need to do something else with my time. And so you hear people say this is like a popular culture saying, but like work on your business and not in your business. So that book kind of, once you understand the three people, and Sarah, her grandmother taught her how to make pies, and then the business consultant,
which is awesome. I think something that her and I do so well together is pushing each other outside of our comfort zones. And so when she gets too comfortable, I'm like, hey, we could do this better or bigger. And so, but she's also the one to reel me back in if it's like, hey, let's actually just be stable where we're at and maybe like improve certain departments that we have versus opening another one or starting something new.
Yeah, I totally understand that. So you mentioned Southern California. So where did you grow up and go to school?
Yeah, so I grew up in the Palm Springs area in Southern California. So I went there my whole life. I moved to Orange County, where both my parents are from, like right out of high school, and lived there for several years. And my husband was actually stationed as a Marine in Camp Pendleton.
Oh, there we
go.
go.
Camp Pendleton being like right in between Orange County and San Diego. So he would drive up to Orange County with friends, kind of met through mutual friends, started dating, and the rest is history. So
you found out about him, and so do you remember the day you met him?
I do.
You want to talk about that?
Sure.
What's his name?
His name's Sam.
Sam. Okay.
Yeah. We actually used to little 18-year-olds going to a line dancing country bar on Wednesday nights for free line dancing lessons and all of that. And so we met through mutual friends there, and kind of became like a weekly Wednesday thing.
Was he a good dancer? Who was the better dancer?
I was definitely the better dancer, but he could hold his own for sure. So we met through mutual friends, and we all just kind of continued it weekly, hanging out and going to country concerts and things like that.
Oh.
So yeah.
That's cool. Did you go to the country concert that we had not too long ago here in town?
I did not. I didn't know about it until like recently.
Was it Morgan Wallen?
Oh, I did go to Morgan Wallen. Yeah, I didn't go to any of the little festivals they've had.
So Morgan Wallen did a Friday night and then a Sunday concert.
Yeah.
Which one of those did you go to?
I went to Sunday.
Did Hardy open for him?
He did.
What did you think about Hardy? Did you know Hardy before?
No.
Okay.
I knew maybe like a couple of the songs that he was on with Morgan, but I thought he was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. My cousin, who potentially will be on the podcast, she lives in Michigan, so I'm gonna have to travel to go hang out with her. But her husband took her to Colorado to the Morgan or to the Hardy concert.
Yeah.
And then she shared a couple of the videos of his. And Jim Bob is like.
Yeah.
Like the words and the heavy head thrasher stuff.
I know.
And,
it was intense. He was so good though.
Yeah.
It was seeing
it's
a
like
concert.
2 concerts.
Yeah. Seeing a concert in Neyland too was awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've never heard of either one of them.
Oh, no way.
Seriously.
Wow, that's so impressive.
Never heard of Morgan Wallen, never heard of Hardy.
Oh, Morgan Wallen's a local heartthrob over here.
Yeah.
His mom used to be a teacher, pretty local to Fountain City area, like right in this general vicinity.
Yeah.
And he actually sent his mom flowers from Flourish 2 years ago, which we all thought was real cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I know he's risen to stardom pretty quickly. So, yeah. Man, it's neat to see somebody so popular and still so humble.
Yeah.
He seems like a really cool dude.
I agree, yeah.
Like you just hang out with him and just go like change your oil in your truck.
Yeah,
not
still
even realize
give back
that.
to the community and all that, which is great.
Not even realize who he is or what his capability is. So we talked about coffee. Obviously, you're in a coffee establishment here. So you like coffee.
Big coffee girl. Yeah. I think about 75% of our staff is like has to have coffee. The limit doesn't exist how many coffees we're gonna have that day.
That's fun.
And then we have a little portion of our staff who's like, I'm okay with decaf. So
or they drink tea.
Good balance, or tea drinkers.
You so coffee. I have an espresso maker in my living room, and I use 8 o'clock beans. So A cortadito?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was going to be like a 10, and then a drip coffee is going to be like a 1. So where are you?
Ooh, I'm probably closer to the 10.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a good 8 to 10 range on a daily.
Do you put a couple of shots of espresso in your coffee as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want a red eye. All the local coffee shops in Knoxville pull in doubles. So if you add a shot, they're like, it's going to be 2. I'm like, hit me. I'm ready.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know that I've ever had a cup of coffee that was too strong.
No. Still waiting for that day too.
We just got back from New York City a couple of days ago.
Oh, cool.
And we stopped at a little like a little pastry shop.
Yeah.
Paris Baguette maybe. I can't remember exactly where. But but she ordered a cortadito. And man, it had a little heart in it, and the cup was only like that tall.
Yeah,
it was
so
good. Yeah.
There's a guy who actually just started a coffee cart here in Knoxville, and he came out to our grand opening in November at Rocky Hill.
Yeah.
And he went to Italy and like studied coffee and all that, and has really like perfected it. And his coffee is pretty good.
That's definitely a coffee we have in our home. That Italian coffee Lavazza.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, we definitely have that in our house. I don't have it, but she definitely likes it.
Yeah.
And they even have the Lavazza with a cream in it already. So
really?
Yeah, it actually comes out creamy.
Oh,
yeah.
I could talk about coffee almost as much as I could talk about flowers. So.
That's actually what we went to Germany last year, and that's actually the coffee we drank when we were in Germany. They all have super automatic.
Oh yeah.
So it was the Lavazza bean.
Up.
Yeah. No, in the homes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big family. So
that's cool.
Yeah, they all had Lavazza in their homes with the bean, because it would the super automatic, grinds it. So.
Which is awesome, nice and fresh.
So do you consider yourself to be a morning or a night person?
Oh, definitely a night person. I wish I was a morning person, and I just can't do
Has that changed as you've gotten older?
Yeah, I read the book 5 a.m. Club.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of helped me slowly just be that consistent early riser, even if I'm not necessarily talking in the first hour.
Right.
Like not present, but I'm awake and I'm doing it.
So night person, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, I am just like a...
Like, is there a time whenever you...
Yeah, I'm a good 11 p.m.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
That's not too late.
No, it's not too late.
Yeah.
I wanted to get my like relaxing activities done. I want to read a book at night. I want to just like wind down,
Yeah, that's good. I read early in the morning. That's my focus, for sure. So what keeps you motivated, and what's your favorite part of the flower industry?
Yeah, motivated. I think I'm always trying to improve not only myself, but the people around me. I think being in a role that I'm in it's important to like not only represent Flourish while I'm at work, but also outside of work. And so I think just growing in that way constantly. And I'm just motivated. I want people to know who we are and what we stand for. And I think there's so many florists out there like trying to make the next big buck or trying like to profit, and it's like that's not our like main drive ever. And so
it's not your culture.
I think we want to build the relations and not just have someone be a transaction. I want to actually get to know why you're sending flowers and connect with you on that. And I think that's also what brings people back. If I'm asking why you're sending flowers versus telling you what your total is, I think it's just there's a big difference.
Why are you sending flowers? That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah,
we've recently changed what we say when we. Now I don't know if they're doing it every time yet, because we just changed it a couple of days ago. But we recently changed our greeting, which is a live person.
Yeah.
But our greeting says, "Hi, thank you for calling," and then it says the name of the business, and then it says, "How are you today?"
Yeah.
And then stop.
Yeah, and that's huge. I think it's. I worked in the restaurant industry for a long time, and one of my best favorite bosses was always talking about the negative words that you give right away is what affects people. So if we were really busy and someone called saying, "How long's the wait?" or "Do you have room for two?" or something, instead of being like, "No, sorry," be like, "Actually, this is how long the wait is," or just like the way you word things can be so different. So I think people appreciate the intention, and I don't want to just
be kind.
Yeah, I think it's just being kind. We want to get to know our customers, and I think Knoxville's so good at supporting local businesses and supporting each other, and so just want to continue to spread that.
Yeah, that's good. That makes me happy to hear you say that.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite restaurant here in Knoxville?
I do. It's Adopo Pizza.
Oh yes,
classic.
Yeah. Adopo with a P.
Yes.
Have you eaten inside their restaurant?
Yes, we have had our Christmas party there 2 years in a row,
Oh, yay.
and it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, we tried to eat there, and wasn't any availability for like a week or something.
You have to make a reservation. It's insane.
So we order.
Yeah,
we
to
order.
go post still good. Yeah. But no, they're just the whole experience there is great. I think they do a really good job of just not trying to turn the table. And they're
such a busy restaurant. I couldn't believe the volume coming out of that little building.
They open at like 5 p.m. Yeah. But they have like a big room in the back, which is where we've done the Christmas party.
I don't think I knew that. Yeah, I don't think that.
They fit like there's like a room for like a 25-person table.
So
and
on the left, there's a huge room back there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've used the restroom before, and I stood in the hallway waiting on my to-go pizza. But now you just pull up, and
it's so
they
much
come
easier.
out. And I like that. And their phone, we were talking about phone systems. Their phone system is so hard to get somebody on the phone.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody needs to make a recommendation.
I know. I think they just don't answer the phone when it's really busy.
Crazy. Yeah, but we love, that's definitely one of our favorite, our favorite pizza place. We live really close to Harvey's, so sometimes we'll
I've heard great things about that place too.
Yeah, it's so easy. I can literally run.
We always traditionally, for Valentine's and Mother's Day, when we have all these like late nights, Savannah and I will always get adobo one night with gelato. Just have that at the studio, late night delivery prep, all that.
That's so good.
The best.
So do you have a favorite month, and do you have a favorite color, and why?
Yeah, my favorite color, I feel like I'm representing all these mauve tones, all these like muted pinks. The color of one of our flower trucks is that muted pink, and that is probably my go-to color. Kind of specific. But favorite month is October. It's peak football season, and big Vols football girl, and so wedding season, the temperatures cool down, football is on. It is my favorite.
Yeah, it cools down and then it gets cold. Just
instantly.
It goes from being 110 to being 70.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a long fall this year, though. I was thankful.
We did.
It felt like it really dragged on.
Is your birthday in October?
It's not. My birthday's in April. I always an October girl.
April showers, right?
Yeah. That is one of the reasons we have Rocky Hill now, is so our flower truck, one of them can be inside, because canceling for all these rain days last minute in April is crazy. It just never looks like it's going to rain, and the whole month ends up being rainy.
So you've got some stickers on your laptop here.
Yeah.
Does any of this mean anything? You've got you've got 3 potted plants here.
Yeah, big plant girl. Got a lot of house plants.
So you've been down next to Fisher Tire?
Yeah,
to the
Oakwood. Yeah, we know Jade, who owns Oakwood. Fisher Tire is also our main place where we take our delivery vans.
Yeah, I've seen you down there before.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're so kind there.
Yep.
Big Friends fan. Obviously, flower truck, of course, and then I'm gonna wear orange on Saturdays.
Where's Friends?
Friends, like the TV show.
No, I know, but what reminds you? I'll be there for you. Okay, gotcha. Love that for you.
Yeah.
Does that mean something?
I think just celebrating everything, even everyone. I think I've always been a big celebrator.
Yeah. So what do you guys do when you celebrate a win in your personal life or your family? What do you do to celebrate?
Oh gosh, if it's my 5-year-old celebrating, she gets to pick where we go out to eat or what our dessert is.
Where does she like to eat?
Pizza.
Okay.
Which I think is clear with adobo, but no, she's a big pizza girl, a big ice cream girl, and so just doing something outside and going somewhere is always a big thing.
Cool. So you don't have like a place that you go?
Not a specific place.
Gotcha. Okay. We used to go to the Chop House.
Oh,
okay. We would have a really good week where we would make a lot of money. We would go to the Chop House. We would sell a house. We would go to the Chop House.
Oh, that's awesome. No, we're big foodies, so I always want to change it up and just kind of go eat somewhere.
Yeah, there's so many good restaurants here in town.
There really is.
Now, so you were talking about a Cuban restaurant in Kearns Hall?
Yeah, Hemingway's.
Okay.
And their Cuban sandwich is so good.
Oh, wow.
I think my husband's probably eaten that the most.
Oh, wow.
When it comes to Cubans. But big foreign food girl. Obviously love sushi. Growing up in California, you have a lot of seafood and fish all the time.
Right, exactly, yeah. So. Yeah, I had a friend that lived in San Diego one time.
Cool.
It's an expensive place to live.
San Diego is pricey, Newport in Orange County was kind of like a happy medium. You're not in LA where it's crazy, but you're not in San Diego where it's outrageous. Yeah,
we flew out to California. I want to say it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. We just had some time where she works for a dentist, and so the dentist took some time off, and so she's an RDA, so she didn't have to work.
Yeah.
She's just free vacation.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I didn't mean to spit on you if I just spit on you.
Oh, no, you're good.
I'm smelling something that's making me hungry.
No, you're good.
So we flew out to LA. We rented a car. We drove up Highway 1 to.
Did you go to Big Sur, Monterey?
Yeah, we did. Went through there. ate at some really cool little restaurants.
Yeah.
But that is a long drive.
It is so much longer than people
think. To San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, you get to Monterey, and I think you still have like an hour and a half to get to San Francisco.
Crazy.
And you probably still have 4 hours to go to hit the top of the state.
And the rock slide had happened, so we got to that point. We had to turn around and go back, and then had to go around.
Inland.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then instead of like literally turning the rental car back in and just flying home from San Francisco, we were only there for 3 days or 4 days maybe. We drove all the way back to LA.
Crazy. Did you eat anywhere good in like Malibu, that whole area?
We did. Yeah, I can't tell you the name of the restaurants, but yeah,
there
was one little really cool little place that we ate at, like maybe Cuban food.
Yeah.
But we had like brunch there. It was
Cool.
really good. Yeah. So good. So much good food there.
There's some really good eateries over there.
I've not spent a lot of time in California, but that was a fun trip. Then we got back into LA. There was a pier that we went to, and the wind was blowing so hard.
I bet.
Yeah, it was so cold.
It's always windy over there. All the LA beaches tend to be windier, and I don't really know why.
Yeah.
Something with the valley.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a beautiful trip, though. That was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
I don't know that we'll do. I think the next time that we do that, we would go from LA all the way up to the Redwoods and then fly home from there. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
meander.
it's a far drive.
We rented the car
down.
on Kite, which means somebody owned it, so we had to return it to that person. Yeah, like don't do that. So many little secrets to trips. Don't ever do that.
You only need to go up. You don't need to make the trip down.
Oh, it was so far. It was like what, 6 hours, 7 hours? Yeah. It took the entire. We're driving slow. We're trying to see things, you know.
Did you stop in Santa Barbara?
I think that's where we stopped on the way back.
Nice.
Yeah. At the Santa Barbara Pier, maybe.
So pretty.
Yeah. It was nice. Yeah, the pier went way out, and we got to see the sun come down. And
cool.
we have pictures of that. It was beautiful.
Awesome.
It was a fun trip. So tell me about the most effective marketing or marketing campaign that you've had that really made a big difference in your sales.
Yeah, I think main marketing platform using is Instagram. So we found most of our followers, things like that, been able to connect the most on Instagram. But I think truly just finding out, doing those surveys, doing those polls through emails, Instagram, and even Facebook, and just finding out why people are sending flowers or what they want to see. Where do you want us to take our flower truck? And just kind of truly hearing from the people, I think, has been the most effective way, whether that's a poll, survey, email, giveaway, things like that, being able to find out what people want to see from us more.
And so if you, I don't know if you have an ad spend on Facebook, but Facebook would cross post to Instagram, wouldn't it?
So all our Instagrams get posted to Facebook.
Okay, gotcha.
Our new gal's actually diving into more like Facebook events on there for us, kind of promoting Valentine's as an event on Facebook for some of the crowd that is solely on Facebook. But I think we're just always trying to evolve with the trends, evolve with what people want to see, and not stay stagnant. I think that's what makes us unique as a florist, is constantly changing our color palettes or the things we offer to evolve with what people want to see.
I know very little about flowers, but if you can evolve, you'll get people's attention more often. So I think that's really smart.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see the traditional dozen red rose on our website. That doesn't mean we don't do it.
I didn't see it.
As our style, I mean, we're gonna offer you, do you wanna do a dozen peach roses? Do you want something different or more unique? But yeah, just trying to always kind of evolve and customize.
So I didn't know that, like, a black rose, like, doesn't that mean you want somebody to die or something? Or,
I don't know. Some of the flower meanings are pretty rough. They have, like yellow for sympathy and certain colors for certain things. But
has anyone ever tried to order something that was going to send the wrong meaning, and you had to make a recommendation?
Yeah, sometimes we get a lot of Valentine's calls, especially that is like, hey, I want her favorite flower is baby's breath, and I'm like, it's not. I promise you it's not. So we try to kind of talk them into something that is still the same style that they're picturing, but maybe trying something new.
Baby's breath. Isn't that the little bitty?
It's like little white puffy filler, and don't get me wrong, that's very traditional, but it's
not for Valentine's Day. Yeah.
You could do better. You could do bigger.
What so you've got your Valentine's, people are going to order. Valentine's is coming up, so we're going to give you some recommendations now. This is off the cuff. So so obviously your lover, right? Yeah. Maybe red roses or something, you would recommend. And so maybe you want to send your mom flowers.
Yeah.
So what kind of What would you recommend for your mom?
Sure, yeah. So we actually went through and kind of created 4 different palettes that kind of represent like the special person in your life, and one being a traditional, so that dark red, the dark red roses, soft pink, white, some baby's breath, and then having more of a softer pastel one for that just soft, tender person in your life, whether that's your mom, your sister, your wife, anything like that. Yeah. And then we have more of a little feisty palette, I'd say. That's called our Fierce, and that's going to be like dark purple, dark red, kind of just something different, very vibrant and out there. And then another soft palette with some peach and lavender, kind of for that off the path traditional person.
And those are all on your website?
Yeah, so wrap bouquets and vases and all of those palettes. So.
Okay, so where would they go on your website to find that?
Yeah, so at the top, when you go on our website, there's a Valentine's bar at the top that you can click. We also have a Valentine's page, but it has all those different color palettes listed.
Sweet. So when you were young, tell us about somebody that had an impact on you and how that made you who you are today.
Sure, yeah. Instantly, first person that comes to mind is an old boss I had. I mentioned working in the restaurant industry for a long time, and I worked at this tiny little Italian place in Newport Beach. It had about 25 tables in there, very small, and just was very busy, well-known, tiny little place, number 1 on Yelp a few years back. Just like was really over-the-top customer service. And every 2 months, my boss would have everyone come in before we were open for like a big staff meeting, and he would just spiel all of this like motivational stuff from like all these books he's read, all these podcasts he's listened to. His name's Keith Davidson, and he is just so knowledgeable. He was really good about like shifting your mindset, and so I've stuck with that. Same way of answering the phone a certain way was like, I'm going to shift my mindset and be more cup full versus cup half empty. And I think I've just taken everything from him in my life and applied it everywhere.
You said his name was Keith
Davidson.
Keith Davidson.
Yeah.
We'll give him a shout out.
Awesome. No, he's very knowledgeable of just like being over the top and connecting with people, and I think that's why I've been the relator in my life personally and professionally, and just been able to connect with people and actually care and not fake care with anyone. So,
right, exactly. Yeah. You never know when you've got an employee who's got stomach pain. You know, that really is real.
Yeah.
You never know who you've got an employee who fell on their hip 3 or 4 days ago, and they got a huge bruise on their hip, and they're trying to work through that. You never know who's got an employee whose dog maybe is not feeling good. You know, all these things happen, and they're real things. So
they are.
How do you stay motivated to be positive?
Yeah.
Are you just a naturally positive?
I am. I mentioned we've done some personality assessments on our staff, but we did with some of our managers the Clifton Strengths, where kind of lists your 34 strengths.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can do it for free to see your top 5, or you can pay to see your full 34. So Clifton, CLIFTON Strengths, or Strength Finders. And so we did that with our whole staff, including myself and Savannah, and it was fascinating to see. And everyone on our staff pretty much has empathy in their top 10. And so I think that shows like who Savannah and I gravitate towards when we go to hire, but positivity is my number 1. So
Oh, really?
I think I've just always been someone who is going to try to see the best, or always put myself in someone else's shoes, just to be able to relate and see where they're coming from, or playing devil's advocate. And I think it's just helped overall.
Yeah, definitely helps. Yeah, for sure. So again, Jordan, thank you for spending time with us on our podcast, and you can hopefully this helps your business, and hopefully you learned a little bit about the Google Business Profile.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For sure. And so again, this is Jordan Lamb. You can find her on Facebook, LAMB, with Flourish Flowers. And if you want to find them on Google, do Flourish Flowers Knoxville, and that'll pull up their Google Business Profile, and that'll also pull up their website side by side. And so you can order from them flower delivery. You can order flowers for a wedding or any special event, baby shower, anything. And they've got some beautiful flowers. And here at this location in Fountain City, they've got some beautiful coffee as well. So you can come see them in person, and you spend time here. So if they want to come meet you and talk to you.
I'm popping around the shops for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.